Paul is in Grand Junction, Colorado. Hey, Paul, how are you?
I'm doing good, Dave. Thank you for having me on your call.
Sure, man. Tell me about it. What's going on?
Hey, I've been a Honeywell building automation temperature control contractor in the western slope of Colorado for 7 years. I work in Vail, Aspen, Beaver Creek, Telluride, all the towns in my AO. And I'm just going to brag here a little bit. In 22, my sales numbers were like 1.5 with a net of 380K. So, with 6 team members.
Way to go, man. Way to go.
Yeah, and this year we're looking like 1.6 million and then 480 in sales with the same team.
I love it. Good for you, man.
Yeah. And,
proud of you.
Yeah, and I started it I'm 65, and I started this in 1997, so 26 years ago. And I've been in this area for 32, but I just want to say that after the GFC or the Great Financial Crash, I was a millionaire before it, net worth, and then after it, I had like 300,000 in net worth. Most of it was whatever, and I spent 5 years or 60 months paying off 250K, and that was 9 years ago. And ever since then, it's just game on, like you say.
Yeah. So it's straight up, it's hockey sticking after that. Once you got the debt off your back.
Yes.
Yeah, way to go, man.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Good work. Good work. You did it.
Thank you.
You did it. You're a successful business owner in America. Way to go.
Amen. Yeah, I'd like to say something about that. I was the youngest of 5, and I came along, and I didn't learn to read till I was like 20, and I still can't spell, and I was classified as educationally handicapped due to dyslexia. And what my father taught me to do was work really hard. And I've worked really hard in this technical field and use the principles of, your business, you take care of your customers, you do what's right, and you'll be successful. It's just, it's quite amazing. My dad was an intellectual individual from right after World War II. He graduated from Manhattan College in New York City, and I came along, and it was, it's pretty interesting. But if you work hard, treat your customers properly, know your business, you can be a success, especially now in 2023. Yeah. It's just amazing.
Amen. Boy, the thermostats have changed since you started too, haven't they?
Oh, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah.
So I did some, last time I was speaking at EntreLeadership Summit, the team pulled some research out, and I'm going to do this off the top of my head, so I might get it wrong, but not far wrong. The incidence, the likelihood of a small business owner being dyslexic is 4 times as many small business owners are dyslexic as the general public.
Yes.
In other words, dyslexics have a tendency to open and operate small businesses because the folks that struggle with dyslexia have an ability, their brains reset, and they have an ability to work around problems. You spend your life doing workarounds, and which is actually how you run a business.
Exactly. Workarounds, and my grade point average is 1.9, so I failed everything I ever did in school. Yeah. Everything. So failure to me is like, oh well, it's no big deal. And then I read Tom Stanley's Millionaire Next Door, whatever, 20 years ago. And I broke down and cried when I read in there that a lot of people start businesses because they think no one else will hire them. And that was my mindset.
Yep, they do.
I thought, who's going to hire me?
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here, dude,
Yeah, it's hard to believe that was actually 92. That was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
30 years ago that he wrote that book. Yeah. I mean, my gosh. Yeah, but that's exactly right. And the other reason some people start businesses, and this is the wrong reason. That's a good reason. But some people start businesses because they're too ornery to work for anybody. And you don't need to be that. That doesn't work. But there's a little bit of that in me. That's part of the reason I started is I just couldn't put up with anybody, and they couldn't put up with me. So, but that's that's not a good foundation to do this from. But way to go. No. I'm very proud of you, Paul. So how are you going to transition? You're 65. What are you going to do with the retirement on this?
So what we're doing through reading your book, Legacy legacy journey. My son-in-law works for me. What happened when the great financial reset or whatever happened 15 years ago? My son and my son-in-law worked for me, and we had a team. But then sales went down, and so I went into the field. My son-in-law and son ran the office, and then my son, through just it wasn't in his heart to do this work. He went away, and my son-in-law and I became close, and he's just very good businessman. We think alike. We've taught 7 financial peace university classes together, and we started this transition about 3 years ago. It's halfway out at the end of next year.
Oh, wow.
The first quarter of 25, I'll be on payroll.
Wow.
I'll have a time card.
So you got the full legacy stage of business going. Way to go, man. Way to go.
Yeah. And I in my notes, I just want to say that you cannot start that too early.
Yeah.
Even with the relationship I have with my son-in-law and our thinking processes are just aligned, it's an emotional thing. You put so much into a business over 20, 30 years, and then, you're just going to give it to somebody else. You just can't do that in 6 months. It takes 3, 4, 5 years, 7 years. It takes a long time.
The alignment has to be deeper than just general. Yeah. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, Paul. I'm proud of you, man. Very cool. You're a successful father, successful father-in-law. You've handed the thing off. Man, very well done, and grown it and overcome. What a great story. What a great story. I'm glad we were a tiny part of the story, but you're the hero. Very proud of you.